So you're staring at a cluster of wires, a slightly intimidating diagnostic interface, and a cluster gauge from a 2018 Toyota Corolla. And the question on your mind is pretty straightforward. Can the CGDI CG201 tool actually handle the mileage correction on this specific model, the one with the S6J3001 processor? More importantly, how do you do it without bricking the module? It's one of those tasks that look simple on paper, but in the workshop, the details matter. Welcome back to Baabji Motors. I'm Hussein, and today we're getting into the weeds with a practical walkthrough for this exact job. Before we get our hands dirty, a quick but essential heads up. This content is strictly for educational and informational purposes. It's designed to help technicians, DIYers, and automotive students understand the capabilities of their tools and the procedures involved. Any images, diagrams, or references to specific products are used for review and clarification under fair use. All trademarks, including Toyota and DENSO, belong to their respective owners. And as always, you are responsible for following the manufacturer's service procedures and complying with all local laws and regulations regarding odometer correction. Tampering with mileage for fraudulent purposes is illegal, and we don't condone that. All right, with that out of the way, let's answer the core question first. Yes, the CGDI CG201 fully supports the 2018 Toyota Corolla, specifically the instrument cluster, that uses the S6J3001 chip from DENSO. If you scroll through the compatibility list of the tool, you'll see a pattern. There's a whole generation of Toyotas from roughly 2018 onwards that shifted to this processor. The Corolla, the Camry, the RAV4 from that same era, the Highlander, even the Tacoma, they all show up with that S6J3001 DENSO entry. And for all of those, the functionality is identical. You're not just limited to mileage repair. The tool also lets you read the eeprom data, write new data back, pull basic ECU information, and even clear fault codes directly through the cluster connection. It's a pretty comprehensive bench setup. Now, what does that process actually look like? First, you need to remove the instrument cluster from the vehicle. That means carefully prying off the trim bezels, usually taking out a couple of screws in behind them, and then disconnecting the main wiring harness connectors from the back of the cluster. With the cluster on your bench, you're going to open the housing. Sometimes it's clips, sometimes it's small screws. Once inside, you'll see the main circuit board. You're looking for the large processor chip, which will likely have the S6J3001 markings on it. That's your target. This is a bench procedure, meaning you're not doing this through the OBD2 port in the car. The CGDI CG201 comes with specific adapter cables and probes. You'll need to connect the tool's pins to the correct communication points on the cluster circuit board. This is where having the pinout diagram for that specific cluster is crucial. Getting power and ground wrong can damage the cluster or the tool. Once you're connected, you fire up the CGDI software on the tool, navigate to the Toyota menu, select the model and the S6J3001 option. The tool will then communicate with the processor. You'll read the current eeprom data, which includes the original mileage. At that point, you input the new, correct mileage value. And let's be clear, this should only be for legitimate reasons like replacing a faulty cluster or correcting mileage after an instrument cluster swap. You then hit the right function. The tool programs a new value. You verify it, and that's it. One thing that's interesting when you look at the broader support list for this tool, you start to see the evolution of Toyota's instrumentation. For the Corolla, after about 2023, they switched to the R7F701401 chip, also from DENSO. That's a different beast entirely. And the procedure for that one is also listed as a bench operation, but the pinouts and the communication protocol will be different. The CG201 keeps up with both, but you have to know which generation you're working on. You also see entries for other vehicles like the Ray-Eyes, which uses a Continental chip with two different types. The point is, the tool is versatile, but you absolutely must confirm a year and the instrument type before you start. So here's the takeaway. If you've got a 2018 Corolla on the lift or any of those other Toyotas from that 2018 to 2022 window with the S6J3001 cluster, the CGDI CG201 is a solid, reliable solution. It's a bench tool, so it requires a bit of disassembly and careful connection, but the software side of it is pretty streamlined once you're hooked up. Now, here's a tip you won't find in the Quick Start Guide. When you're probing the board for your connections, don't just rely on the generic pinout. Look closely at the silkscreen printing on the circuit board itself. Often, manufacturers label test points or specific pins near the processor. You might see tiny markings like mileage data or a clock next to certain vias or pads. It's not guaranteed, But sometimes the board itself gives you the roadmap, saving you from having to hunt down the exact schematic. If you've used a CG201 on one of these Toyota clusters before, drop your experience in the comments. Did you run into any unexpected hiccups? Or was it a smooth process? I'm genuinely curious to hear how it went for you. And if this walkthrough helped clarify the steps, maybe save you from guessing on that first cluster, consider hitting the like button. We're aiming for 1,000 likes on this one. It's a small gesture that tells the algorithm this content matters. Also, only a small fraction of the people watching are actually subscribed to the channel. If you found this useful and you want to see more deep dives into diagnostic tools and real workshop procedures, hitting that subscribe button makes a massive difference. It helps Baabji Motors grow, reach more technicians, and lets us keep producing the kind of in-depth analysis that takes hours to research and film. Share this video with a fellow mechanic if you think it'll help them out. Until the next one, keep your diagnostics sharp and your soldering iron hotter.